What's up, everybody? It is a Wednesday night. I hope you guys are having a happy hump day. I am so sorry that I came on so late, but as you guys know, we've been dealing with some things here at the house, but I am nevertheless am determined to get back on air and, react with you guys. So, yep, welcome to Thirst Trap News.
I'm not your gossip girl, I'm the headline. Truth with a curve, baby, redefine. Welcome to the thirst trap. All the truth looks good in a tight wrap. We talk love, power, so let's in. Turn the world on, let the light in. Yeah, the thirst trap news. You'll drink it up, it's the real you. Never try it, first real news. Where every headline's a revelation.
Okay, everybody, it is that time. There's a strange thing about time. It doesn't move in straight lines the way we pretend it does. It coils, it echoes, it waits. And sometimes it brings you right back to the doorway you once walked through without looking back. I've been standing at a doorway like that. Not in regret. I don't live there. Regret's a cage for people who refuse to learn the lesson. And I have learned. Every fire, every fracture, every moment that has split me open, I carried it, I studied it, I let it carve me into something wiser. But understanding something doesn't mean that it didn't cost you anything. And some costs echo for a long time. There are bonds in this life that are not ordinary. They're not casual. They're not replaceable. And they're not something you can simply move on from like the world so easily advises. Some bonds are ancient and soul-tied, threaded through lifetimes, if you believe in such things. I do, because I have felt one. Even in silence, I have felt a bond like that. You don't stop being connected to someone just because the words stopped, just because pride stepped in, just because pain built walls where there used to be open fields. Energy doesn't lie like people do. It lingers, it pulls, it whispers. And lately, the whispers grown louder. Life has a way of reminding us that nothing here is permanent. Not the anger, not the distance, not even the people we assume will always be there when we're ready. There are moments, scared, fleeting moments, when the veil thins and you do realize you don't get forever to fix what matters. You don't get unlimited chances to say what should have been said. And still, I will stand here without regret. Not because everything was perfect by any means, far from it, but because every choice I made with the understanding I had at the time. Every step, even the wrong ones, have led me to truth. And truth does not ask you to live in shame. It asks you to see. And so I see now. I see the spaces where love didn't land the way it was meant to. I see the moments that could have been softer, steadier, and safer. I see how two strong spirits can collide instead of embrace each other. And I honor it. Not with regret, but with awareness. Because regret looks backwards and just stays stuck there. Awareness reaches forward. And this is me reaching. Not with force, not with expectation, but with an open door. Because some doors should never be locked. There are things happening now, quiet, heavy things the kind that remind you just how fragile this human experience really is, the kind that make you pause and ask yourself what truly matters when everything else falls away. And in those moments, the answer becomes very simple. It's not pride. It's not who was right. It's not who spoke last. It's love. It's always been love. Even when it's buried under hurt. Even when it's misunderstood. Even when it wore armor and called itself something else. Love doesn't just disappear. It waits. So if somewhere in the quiet, in the stillness between your thoughts, you feel something pulling at you, that's not a coincidence. And it's definitely not weakness. It's truth. And truth doesn't really knock loudly. It whispers. Come home. Not to a place, not to a past, but to the space where love still exists, unchanged, unbroken at its core. No conditions, no performances, no rewriting history required. Just presence. Because at the end of it all, when the noise of the world fades, when time folds in on itself, the only thing that will ever matter is who we choose to return to. And I am here, door open, heart steady, waiting, without regret, but never without love. Alrighty. Hey Jack. What's up, General Mills? Good to see you.
Gotta fix your audio.
We're gonna work on my audio here for a second. The computer got a little wonky because my kiddo was playing on the computer today and some things got moved around, so give us 1 second. This instruction has to adjust my audio. It seems fine to me. What's wrong with it?
With this headphone, it sounds like it's picking up audio from a webcam.
Oh yeah, the mic is not from my mic. The audio is coming from the computer. Like it's picking up using the microphone from the computer. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like this isn't on. So how do I sound now? I hope y'all could still understand my monologue. Damn it. How am I sounding to you guys? He said it's good.
Sounds like it's coming from a webcam.
What happened there?
I don't know.
Okay, can I see the computer, the mouse?
Something's going on.
Okay. Is my audio still sounding echoey? Click. Hang on, guys. I'm so sorry.
It is that.
Testing. Do I sound echoey to you guys? Somebody comment. Let me know when it gets clearer. We had problems with the sound before we got on, too, so I'm wondering if it's related to that.
Now you're good.
Yeah, it was. They said everything was
I
fine.
had to unplug and replug. Now you sound good.
You didn't even touch it.
I unplugged it and plugged it back in.
When?
Literally right now. Put my hand.
Oh.
Plug it.
Okay. Is it better now?
There you go.
There we go. Okay. Thank you, Jack. Appreciate it. This is quite a day.
I almost didn't do a show today, so, I just kind of got on last second. I did a lot of work today, and there's just things going on in life right now that is just like I'm having trouble finding the words. Exposes truth, exposes the true nature of people. The reality that when you think that you've gotten your life to a point where, man, I'm having a hard time figuring out how to say what's on my heart without pissing anybody off. But I just don't think there's a way. We have people in our life that we wish could move past whatever they're going through, because what they're going through is making their family members, making them unable to see just reality. The depths of desperation to hold on to the belief systems that they have is remarkable because of how much work mentally and emotionally it takes to hang on to animosity or a grudge or whatever it is. It takes more energy to have this belief system that you want to choose to cling to make you feel right for the choices that you make. And it's not even a true belief system. It's not even real. It's just something they make up in their heads so they don't feel guilty for their behavior. And it's quite sad. It's quite a bitch to have to live through every day having to find a way to put it out of your mind, every day having to find a way to still feel worth something, to still feel like you matter to anybody outside of the ones you feed and house. People who don't care whether we live or die, who don't care whether we have a roof over our head, don't care if we have food, don't care if they never see them again and see us again. And the most painful part is the realization that you yourself have way bigger of a capacity for forgiveness than anyone you're related to. The realization that you're born into a family of incredibly short-sighted and self-centered people who want to be a victim all the time, no matter how much you've been there for them in the past, how much you've helped them. They don't know how to get past a misunderstanding, don't know how to get past they can't find the strength to just be like, I was wrong, I misinterpreted things, or I didn't behave good here. And they just want the people who have always historically been there for everyone to just continue to be there for everyone and continue to take the beating. And you're left with a situation where you don't know what's the right thing to do. Close the door so they can't hurt you anymore, or leave it open because you can't live with yourself knowing you're going to just shun them back. It's like, why always, it's what Jesus said. If you do as I do, you will be persecuted. And that's truly what it is. When you tell people the truth, they hold it against you because they lie to themselves. When you turn the other cheek, they're ready to slap the other one. You know? So yeah, and my emotions are getting stifled in the process. I'm starting to hit a place of long stretches of numbness. Long stretches. This is the first I've cried since everything started going on. Long stretches of we have been stalked for the last 13 years. We have had our families on both sides due to religion shun us. One because we left the religion, one because we joined the religion. And a daughter who didn't really understand parenting and is just holding everything over your head. And it can be real hard to feel like you matter or you're worth anything when your family of origin wants nothing to do with you. When you know you've been behaving in the most noblest manners, fighting for the most noble of reasons. But I could tell you one thing, my younger daughter will never experience abandonment from me and her father. And I feel so guilty almost that she had to be born into such a mentally fucked up family. But what can you do? Other than your fucking best, right? That's what you do. Let's see. Crispy says, hello, everyone. Just got out of the shower and found this notification. Glad you're with us, Crispy. Good evening. Lunificent. Aw. Now I feel bad for going on my soapbox. He says, hi, Jack. How's it going? Had a feeling there was going to be an episode tonight. It was a sudden thought. It crossed my mind. Ha! It was your third eye, Crispy. Jack says, your monologue was great. It really meant something to me personally. Thank you, Jack. I'm glad it could help you. It's Crispy says that it meant a lot to me personally. Forgiveness is an essential quality that I believe is becoming rarer in the modern world. It is becoming rarer because they are not we don't have a culture that encourages forgiveness anymore. We have a culture that encourages constant fighting and constant self-centeredness and constant affirm my belief system, live in my world. We really have, I don't know what to say. I'm fucking angry and trying to be a good person. And that is getting confusing on what the right thing is to do. And being a good person, because I'm so hurt and nobody fucking gives a fuck. Nobody fucking cares. We're going through like serious medical shit here, and like not a fucking soul who we've been there for in the past thinks it's appropriate to be there for us. What the fuck did we do to you? For real. Hell, come on my show if you watch this shit. Come on my show and let's just tell the whole world. Let's iron it out together so it can be documented. So it can be blasted out. Have mediators. Everyone knows who said what, who did what. Put it all out. I want it over. Thank you, Crispy. He says, I give a fuck, and that is why we are here for you. Be strong, Lena. I am trying very much. But I do have videos for you guys tonight. Of course. Because I cannot sit around tonight and keep worrying about everything that's going on. So I decided to do my show. I appreciate the prayers for strength, love, and positive energy. It's definitely needed. All right. So what do I have on the menu for you guys tonight? How the U.S. is buying Cuba. Erica Kirk just said the quiet part loud. Top 3 female pilots that can take Iran. Epstein spotted in Florida. The smoking gun. Netanyahu is dead. Another camera angle of Charlie's shooting. The VA and DOJ signed away your rights. Shut up, Ben Shapiro. Brett Weinstein tweet. Conspiracy theorists after Epstein files dropped. I'm curious about a kid from Brooklyn. What's missing from this photo? Culturally correct crosswalks. Any they thems here. More fake protests. We're about to get it. MAGA plastic surgery before and after. What is queering the map? Say hello to the Chinese fans. And Erica's behavior is getting weirder. And then, fan of the day. Of course. All right. So I guess Cuba is next up on the hit list. I know we got family. Distant family down in Cuba that my cousin-in-laws, I guess, stay in touch with. So we'll find out what's going on with that. But apparently Cuba is like on its last leg. Like it's barely survivable and Trump's just waiting for like the full crash, I guess. Thank you, Crispy. All right. So let's get into our first video. How the U.S. is buying Cuba.
You're still watching Iran. Trump has been executing a corporate buyout of Cuba. On January 3rd, the US captured Maduro and took control of Venezuela's oil exports. Cuba was getting 35,000 barrels a day from Venezuela, half its total supply. That went to zero overnight. January 29th, Trump signed an
which is why they're on their last leg now, because they have no power, I've heard.
Executive order threatening tariffs on any country that ships oil to Cuba. Not just oil tariffs, tariffs on everything. Mexico folded within 48 hours. Cuba received zero oil imports for the entire month of January. By March, 64% of the country is dark. 2,000 megawatt grid deficit. 20-hour blackouts. No jet fuel.
2,000 megawatt grid deficit. And our gas got shut off wrongfully today, and I'm stressing about that. And like, here I am sitting here fucking crying about my life. Being reminded that I could live in Cuba. Or Iran. Or North Korea. But I don't. So I entirely need to shut the fuck up, stop crying. Because this still is the best place to live with all the stupid shit we have going on.
at 9 airports, hospitals on emergency power, trash piling up because the trucks are empty. The New York Times called it the first effective US blockade of Cuba since the missile crisis. No bombs, no troops, just sanctions architecture. So why now? Because China has 4 documented signals intelligence sites across Cuba, monitoring roughly 20 US military installations, including Cape Canaveral, MacDill Air Force Base, and Key West Naval Air Station. One of those sites can intercept signals from up to 8,000 nautical miles out. Congressional testimony confirmed these facilities are surveilling US training ranges that simulate Taiwan Strait operations. Russia has been embedding intelligence personnel inside Cuban civilian infrastructure projects and rotating operatives through naval port calls in Havana. And when the grid goes dark, these facilities lose power too. Russia pledged humanitarian oil shipments and sent a tanker. The US has already seized 6 Shadow Fleet vessels, including a Russian-flagged tanker in the Indian Ocean. The blockade isn't theoretical, it's being physically enforced. On February 25th, OFAC, the US Sanctions Office, issued guidance allowing companies to resell Venezuelan oil to Cuba's private sector. Not the government, not the military, exclusively private Cuban businesses. Funded in US dollars, routed through US banks, under full US oversight. The state gets nothing. The grid stays dead for the regime. But a new commercial class, one that only exists because America allows it, gets the fuel, gets the dollars, gets the lifeline. The US collapsed Cuba's energy supply, blinded rival intelligence operations, enforced the blockade with tanker seizures, and then opened a side door that only the private sector can walk through. A leveraged buyout disguised as a blockade. Bankrupt the existing management, fund a replacement class, deny the hemisphere to rivals, never fire a shot.
Crispy, I have a massive stack of a month's worth of show notes that needs to go out. We've been going freaking through it, dude. We will get them out. We've been going through it when I we're going through it. Did you guys? Okay, so totally. Did you hear Trump the other day saying, like, so casually, he's like, "Oh, I don't know if we'll take Cuba. I guess we'll take it if we want it. It'll just take it." Like, I was just like, wow, okay. Like, I don't know what's this is like. Big boy moves. Did you guys also hear about the Havana syndrome or whatever? Like them getting hit with like these weird, like energy weapons. Let me look this up and show you guys this. It's kind of crazy. This Havana syndrome. Let me find some shorts. Because
pick 5 white guys.
Pause. I don't know what that is. I don't want that. So let's search for this Havana syndrome. There was Jen Psaki and here we go. The device let me find, because I watched a documentary recently with people interview that got hit with like some energy weapon and it like literally like shatters their insides. This was on a documentary and I gotta find it. Really, let me play this one.
There was no such thing.
I wish it wouldn't do that. All right, so let's go to here. You had it.
Click the little YouTube shorts.
All right. Let me see if this is a good one.
There was no such thing as Havana syndrome. There is no tooth fairy, and Havana syndrome is a myth.
So that guy has turned out to have lied. Golly, I'm not on my YouTube. I'm not logged into my YouTube, so I can't look up what I need to look up. I gotta switch this. Why is this happening? Oh my God. Consistency is never something that exists in my life that I desperately try to strive for. And I can never get it. I can never achieve it. And it just makes me want to fucking cry sometimes. So I need to be in my YouTube. No, but we had it right before. And it's not now. Okay, forget it. I'll find something else. I'm just gonna have to like print out a piece of paper that has everything on it and put it in a plastic thing and keep it here so we can just follow the same routine every day. Because this really stresses me out. Like, I need consistency in my life because I can't just fucking wing it and just do this. It really is not, it doesn't work for me. So how can we fix this? Because I have a history in YouTube. Okay, wait. It's not taking the tab and joining it because it's. I just forget it. It's. But I don't want to have to switch windows and all that shit. This is. Can I have that? Thanks. All right. I guess I can't do YouTube and Instagram in the same day because of just too much going on. I need like 17 screens and all this stuff. All right. Next video. Erica Kirk just said the quiet part out loud.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man.
I'm gonna fucking throw the computer and just get rid of everything.
Uncut YouTube shorts.
All right. Let's go back. Unmute.
Iran. Trump has been executing a corporate.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men out there, strong men who are convicted, that will be good leaders, good husbands, good fathers like mine. We need that. And young women, we need you to also rise up.
I'm so sick of her.
Don't compromise your...
Look at her with her fake crying. Like, we need young men. Why don't you say that in an empowering way? Why are you acting sheepish and crying? Like, I've so had enough of this woman.
Don't look at other women and compare yourself. God has created you for a purpose and a reason far greater than you and I will ever know on this side of heaven.
Fake.
But just know that as long as you're a part of Turning Point USA, you have us by your side, and we will be there for you every step of the way. And just like this governor,
did y'all see what happened after
and many
this?
others that are out there, we got your back always. And we are honored and thrilled and just so grateful to God that you guys are a part of this family. So God bless you guys. God bless you. And thank you all for being here today. It means the world to me.
So she was with Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Let me show. God damn it. Golly. All right. Let me try to make this work with you because I got to show you Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Let me show you this event that happened. Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Let me see if I can find this. Maybe it's the whole video. Okay, let's try this. All right.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise.
Oh, that's the same video. Let me look. Let me go back. That's 28 minutes. I'm trying to find like... here we go.
Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders signed a proclamation encouraging Club America chapters at every high school throughout Arkansas. Right now, they're set up at about 15% of high school campuses, and leaders with Young Democrats of Arkansas say they'll match those numbers chapter for chapter.
A single assassin's bullet did not silence the movement that Charlie built. In fact, it made his movement bigger and stronger than ever before.
This is way bigger than politics. Way bigger than politics. We live in the greatest...
they're not. They just skipped over the part where Sarah was... gotta find this. I gotta find this for you guys. All right, let's try this one. I'll skip through.
Erica, I have to say, I've entered this room a lot, and I've never gotten that kind of response. So clearly it's you from every corner of our state.
And she's crying.
In a job that can sometimes be a little discouraging.
Watch, she's gonna look down.
This is
She has this habit of looking
so
down.
Many young people
whenever
who are leaders on their campuses
it's just
give
this
each one of us
sheepish,
and should give each one of us
thing
hope for the future, because
that
we know
she
that it
did.
is bright with a generation of people who are willing to stand up, to speak out, and be.
All right, so basically she endorsed having TPUSA in every high school in her state. And after that happened, the TPUSA chapter out there left the organization. They disenfranchised off of, or I don't know what the right word is. They like cut ties with TPUSA and rebranded themselves because they are literally upset because of with everything that TPUSA has been doing, lying about Charlie Kirk's stance on Iran, and just basically that everything Charlie stood for, they're like undoing. They're making him now like super Israel supporter, and he wasn't, and they just don't agree with this. And it's just really quite interesting because we're not the only people that see clearly what has happened to TPUSA after Charlie died. It's turned into a cult, and Israel got its hands on it. The Huckabees are deeply, deeply tied to Israel. They have said several times. Actually, let me find this stupid Sanders and Netanyahu video. It's the craziest thing. Israel is basically a desert cult. It's a desert cult, and that's why they act the way they act. Everything they do is super culty. What is it? Mike Huckabee and Netanyahu. Okay, look at this video that they thought it was funny, and this is what they put out to prove he was still alive or whatever. It is just it's the most awkward thing.
Mr. Prime Minister, I wanted you to know the president asked me to come and make sure you were okay.
Yes, Mike. Yes, I'm alive.
I checked that, and I'm happy to see that. But he wanted to make sure because, you guys get along too well.
I know, and we shake hands with 5 fingers in each hand. But I have to tell you.
Is he wearing a mask? I'm sorry, but his face looks like those rubber presidents' faces that people wear to like rob banks, where they have like Nixon's head and those rubber masks. He looks fake.
The video's AI.
The video, I guess, was, how'd you find that out? Production saying the video turned out to be AI, just like the other 2 videos.
They ran it through the AI detector.
99.9% AI. And they ran it through the AI detector. It's 99.9% AI.
Restart it and look at Huckabee's smile.
So he says, restart it and look at Huckabee's smile. Okay, let's watch Huckabee's face.
Mr. Prime Minister, I wanted you to know the president asked me to come and make sure you were okay.
Yes, Mike.
Yeah,
yes,
there's
I'm
a glitch
alive.
in his face.
I checked that, and I'm happy to see that. But he wanted to make sure because, you guys get along too
He
well.
looks like he's fake. Look at his head. Clearly, they got makeup on him. This is so creepy and weird.
Each hand, but I have to tell you.
I got 5 fingers. I'm alive.
I have this card.
Oh.
And don't read it. So it's a punch card.
Weird.
Mm-hmm. Today,
Punch
I
card.
2 names on the
Here's all the names that we plan on killing.
punch cards. And you see how many more to go on this batch.
You know what the good news is? My name is not on the punch card.
Your name is on.
Because I kiss Israel ass. I am blessing Israel, to doing what God said, because the rest of us goyim have to be your slaves. If we don't do everything you want, we won't be blessed by God. So I'm doing, as the ambassador to Israel, I'm not on that list, on your little hit list. This is such a surreal thing to see world leaders joking about a murder list. War is not fun and games. Bibi Netanyahu. Loss of life is not funny. I don't care if they deserve it or not. Loss of life is not fucking funny. These people have families, they have children. It's not anything to fucking laugh at. But he looks crazy here.
On the list of the good guys.
The good guys. Because apparently there's two types of good guys. Good guys and good guys.
President, the U.S. forces are doing is incredible. We're very proud to stand shoulder to shoulder with them. And getting rid of these lunatics who would like to develop nuclear weapons and the means to deliver them.
Do you guys think this man is alive?
After wiping out Israel. They ain't going to do that. We're wiping them out.
I love it. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. Good to see you.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks. Take care.
Yeah, so the Huckabees are Israel simps, and, you know, the TPUSA chapter wanted nothing to do with this. They wanted nothing to do with this. I don't blame them. Good for them. I'm glad they're going off and rebranding themselves. The rest of the TPUSA chapter should do the same thing because you're being conned. All they care about is money. This woman is literally in the Epstein files. She's on audio, like providing girls to Epstein. You got to watch Candace's show. I don't care if you don't like her. I don't care if you think it's crazy. If you watch everything, it's really hard to not see what. Then you see what really was in our face the whole time. All right. But on the note of Iran, top 3 female pilots that can take Iran. Let's see. This should be interesting.
It's the same old theme since 1916.
Oh, shit.
They're still fighting.
Man, that's so cool. I wish I was a pilot. Get in here, girl. I love this. Badass bitches. This is, oh, look at that. Yeah, girl. This is Captain Alexandria Griffith. And now we have Kristen Beowulf. Man, don't you just love it when bitches fucking hold it down? We're not all a bunch of softies you can't, you know, go to war. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. How fun is that? That's so dope. Second Lieutenant Lindsay Johnson. That's freaking cool, man. You girls, you ladies do your damn thing. All right. Epstein spotted in Florida. Let's see.
Epstein is alive. Epstein is alive. Epstein is alive.
That looks a lot like him, but I don't know if I say
Epstein
it's
is
him.
alive. Epstein
Very close.
is alive. Epstein is alive.
Oh, man. The only thing is the top lip length. Right here, something about the mouth doesn't look quite right. He never holds his face this way. He holds his face kind of more like this. Pulled up on one side, like I do. He has more of a lift on one side. I don't know. I think he's alive. I just don't think he's here. I think he's in Israel. But I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to know what to believe anymore with AI. Truly. It truly is. I feel like there's nothing we can trust anymore. And I want to know what website this is that's like an AI scanner. Because I would love to use that. I think that you can. There is I think I have seen videos of people showing that you can use that. Like some kind of thing that shows you detects it, whatever. I don't know. We should all get that. We should all use it. All right. Next video. The smoking gun.
She knows that your mom really takes your phone.
Second phone call attempt at...
This is the video. This is the audio that I was telling you about with Erica talking about Jeffrey Epstein. I don't think Epstein would come back to Florida. I don't think so. That's just too risky. It's just too risky. All right, let's try. Oh my God. Here we go.
She knows that your mom really takes your cell phone.
Second phone call attempt at 4:26.
So this voice, when you hear it, is Erica. It's undeniable. Now, I think that this is an informant on the phone because you can clearly hear someone ahead of time doing a timestamp and a marker.
PM.
I won't have the cell phone after 4.
Hello? Hey, what's up? I talked to Jeffrey, and I'm going to his house tomorrow morning, and I'm taking my son. He's gonna set something up for you now.
Well, like, what do you think? Go ahead.
I don't know. I'm gonna talk to him tomorrow morning when I go to his house about it.
How much? Like, would I get paid? 'Cause last time.
So she just said, how much would I get paid? Is it like last time?
Talk to him. I'll talk to him tomorrow, and then I'll bring you in the next day and talk to him about it.
So she said, talk to him. Talk to him tomorrow. I'll bring you in the next day. You can talk to him about it.
How much do you think? Like, I don't know what I want to do, and I just want to get an idea.
Again, she was asking about how much she would get paid.
I don't know. You're going to have to talk to him about it. I mean, I don't really work for him like that. I just bring girls to him, and they work for him.
So Erica just said, I don't know, you're going to have to talk to him. I don't work for him like that. I just bring girls for him.
You're going to have to talk to him about it. That's what I'm saying. When you work for him, I'll bring you in, and you can ask him before you work. So, like, what can I do to make more money?
Yeah, well, like, if I don't like you,
The more you do, the more you
So she said, the more you do, the more you get paid.
do, the more you get paid. Okay, so, I mean, I don't know. Talk to him about it.
want me to bring my sister for you so like, you could get paid more or something? Or how much?
Do you want me to bring my sister for you so you could get paid more because she gets paid per girl?
A girl?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm working tomorrow, and me and him are going to put a schedule together for you and your sister. So I'll call you tomorrow when I leave Jeffrey with the schedule.
All right. Okay. All right. That's good. But like, I don't have a phone all the time, so if you guys.
I don't have my phone.
I'd have to know what time so I could get the phone.
So I need to know what time so I can get a phone.
Okay, well, what time? Well, why don't you? Okay, I'll leave you a message. That's fine. I'll leave you a message tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
She just hung up on me. She said she doesn't work.
She said she just hung up on me. She said she doesn't want to hear from me, the girl says.
That's fine. That's fine. You did great. Give me a high five.
And they said, you did good, you did good. So that is who Charlie married. Charlie found out. Charlie found out exactly what was going to happen with the war. Just like they shot Trump, they shot Charlie. This is what's going on. This is what the fuck is going on. And let me explain to you why we're never going to have trials over the Epstein files. Let me explain to you why. Because all of that blackmail is the only way they can get all these other countries, Israel via the US, the older bigger brother, to do what they want. Is by having this blackmail on them. All the members in our government use it on each other to force each other to do stuff. They use it on other world leaders to force them to go to war with Iran. But so far, nobody wants to take the bait. Finally, everybody's like, well, you started this fight. You need to finish it. But we think it should end. And we know this war is illegal and we don't want anything to do with it. But the Epstein files we're never gonna get the accountability that we want, because that is how they blackmail all these world leaders, and this is how they get people to do what they want, by threatening. And if they let it all out, if they prosecute, it is not available to be used as blackmail anymore. So I just think that's why. It's never going to happen because they use it as leverage. That's what they do. And if the leverage goes away, then what? I mean, what's happened to women? What's happened to women is the psyop of feminism back in the 60s. That's what happened to women. It was how they emasculated the government, produced weak men by getting the women to also attack men. And now women are dysfunctional because we don't have enough manly men around. But I tell you what, people are fucking waking up. People are sick of it. Young people are waking up. We feel everything coming. And I think there's going to be a revolution because this war, nobody's behind this war. Nobody's behind this war. Literally, Trump walked into a trap. Trump walked into a trap. Iran very easily after Trump went and bombed their back in a few months ago and said, oh, there's no more nuclear, there's no more uranium, we got it all. I literally think that Iran goaded Trump into attacking him so they could put the blame on him. And I think they behaved in a certain way after that to goad him into attacking them by saying whatever they needed to say. Yeah, we're still going to make the nukes. Yeah, we're still doing uranium, or no, fuck you, or getting into fights on phones, whatever it is. And I also think Israel trapped, seduced Trump and walked him into a trap. And I think Israel is going to stab us in the back because our world power is falling down like London Bridge. And I don't think they're going to stay sided with us. I think they're going to, but yeah, I think Iran totally goaded the U.S. into what they're doing. That's what I think happened. But it's prophecy, as we went over. Trump, under the Israel spell, that's prophecy. This war, it's prophecy. If Trump tried his best not to do the bidding of Israel, it wouldn't work. He would still end up doing it because that is the trajectory we're on. We're on a timeline for Israel. It's in the Bible, pissing off every country so bad that all of the countries over there start attacking Israel. That is in the Bible. And Israel has to have certain bad behavior before to make that happen. And if America has all the money and all the weapons to facilitate Israel doing the things that they do to fulfill prophecy, then Trump is unconsciously answering his destiny. Why? We don't like it. We don't like that he's being Bibi Netanyahu's lapdog. But can he resist it? Is this woven into his DNA because of destiny and prophecy? Probably so. Probably so. Because the Bible says that all the nations are going to attack Israel and that Armageddon would happen over there in Israel in that spot or whatever and stop everyone from nuking each other. But that's the woman that they are wanting everyone, like a monarchy, to like force her down everyone's throat and you must worship Erica and respect her. And like when the whole Vance Kirk thing was going on for presidency, I was like, oh, fuck no. No. No, that's not happening. It's not going to happen. Could you imagine a Vance Kirk ticket? I don't think so. This woman, no. This woman, everything around this woman is tied to trafficking, is tied to some sort of sexual crap with kids. Orphanages, beauty pageants, Jeffrey Epstein. It's all over the place. He's all over the place. This woman is a test tube baby made by Israel. That's what I think. I don't think this woman even knows how to tell the truth. I don't think she can tell the truth. I don't think she knows what to say because her whole life was determined for her. Go be an operative here. Go do this here. Her like work experience is like all over the fucking place. I mean, Jesus, I'm a Jane of all trades, but not like that. Like they still, all my skills still kind of all connect. You know what I'm saying? Like they build off of each other. This woman is just like all of a sudden qualified to run a real estate company. All of a sudden advising the fucking national security apparatuses about national defense. And she's saving kids, but with the Romanian Angels, and she's helping run the Next Level Modeling Agency, and she has a clothing company, and this is bullshit. This is all fucking crazy. This is crazy. Crazy. And we need a fucking revolution. We need to stop, y'all. We need to stop letting them. This is our motherfucking fault. I'm so sick of everybody. We have the constitutional right to put our government in its place, and we just don't. And we keep paying them taxes. There's got to be something where we all just got to meet somewhere. Everybody in the country who cares. I don't care what your political affiliation is. We need to do something. This is ridiculous. They aren't listening to us about anything. All they're concerned about is, and Trump, dropping the bomb on the Muslim girls in the school. That's a blood sacrifice before the start of their war. That's what they're doing. They sacrifice children to their demon gods, and Trump he's an unwitting pawn in this whole thing. He doesn't even know because he's not a spiritual man. But on one hand, it's like we need to fight this, but on the other hand, this is fucking prophecy, man. This is what it is. All of this shit. Jesus said it would get this bad. We just don't know how bad yet. We just don't know how bad it will get. All right, so next video. Netanyahu is dead?
Official, Netanyahu is dead. Yet
Let's
again
see.
today, for the third day in a row, they're putting out AI videos. Now, the video you're watching here is of Netanyahu outside. I don't know if this is outside the
Did y'all
coffee
see
shop
this?
he
I
was at
saw
yesterday
this.
or where they're claiming this is actually located at. But allegedly, he's going around, he's introducing himself to people, he's talking, and you see when he goes to shake the hand right here, and you see the ring on his finger, and then now here you see no ring on his finger. The levels and the psyop that they're going to have to try to attempt to get away with. And I don't know if they're just trying to buy time so they can figure out how to get a body double and get this person trained and replace Netanyahu.
Or grow a clone really fast.
But that motherfucker's dead. Iran put Netanyahu 6 feet fucking under.
By the way, Iran is no joke to play with. They want you to think that they're like these primitive desert people. They're not. They have more people in arms than us and less people in population. They are an ancient civilization. This is Persia. These people are not anybody to fuck around with. They have a huge country. They have the capabilities to defend themselves. Russia buys their drones from Iran.
And his son hasn't been on social media. His son's tweeted 17,000 times in the last 6 years. He roughly tweets 1 tweet per hour, and he hasn't been heard from since
That's
his father
true.
was
So you can go to his Twitter account, or X account, and see from somebody who has constantly been posting, it's just been ghosted the last few days. And then Bibi Netanyahu didn't show up for 2 national security meetings, which is not in his, never has done that before.
They killed. So there's that as well. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments.
He didn't show up for 2 really important wartime meetings. Where is he? Where is he? But while we ponder on that, let me bring you a message from our friends at Rumble Wallet. Here's a little inside scoop that many creators are talking about behind the scenes. It's actually one of the reasons I'm using Rumble. They made a way to super chat creators so we get paid immediately and without any fees. YouTube and Twitch take up to 50% fees when you tip creators, and this method takes none. That's right, this platform takes 0 fees. I keep nearly 100% of what you send me. You can super chat with Bitcoin, Tether USD, or even Tether Gold stablecoins. The tip will show up directly in our Rumble chat, which I'll do my best to read. All you need to do is download the Rumble Wallet on the App Store and send the tips to your favorite creators. You can go to wallet.rumble.com, or you can download the app directly from the app stores. Seriously, what amazing way to get rid of the middleman and help the creator economy. Shout out to Rumble for making this disruptive technology. All right. All right. Another camera angle of Charlie's shooting. Now, mind you, they said that this was done with a 30-06. So let's see.
Okay,
Here's
so
the back of Charlie. So Candace finally released this. She was sent it early in her investigation. Someone who there was a video camera mounted behind Charlie. She contacted the person with that footage, and they allowed her to use her phone instead of sending the file to record it. So here it is.
Candace Owens has just managed to get the footage of the camera from behind Charlie Kirk, and this is very interesting. I'm going to play the clip of what Candace has been saying because I need you all to hear this. Like, where's the blood? Listen to this.
This. And by the way, I think at some point they said they didn't have the footage.
Watch.
They have the footage, okay? Terrell was at his office when he showed me this. And here we go. You can just play this. And if you guys are just on audio, you'll obviously need to come cut this on video because I can't really describe, obviously, the question is being asked. At this moment right here, we had assumed initially that was his recorder or something. I can confirm, you'll see later, that it's whipping fast and it looks white when it whips fast, but that is, in fact, his necklace. That is his necklace. And I find that for some reason to be very strange that the necklace goes up first.
It also did this weird thing where it went over his head somehow and it's through his arm this way. It's really fucking weird. It's really weird.
You can see this, obviously. And by the way, there's no gore in this, so you don't really need viewer discretion because, like I said, which kind of broke the internet, the bullet didn't go through, and not only did not go through, it didn't even cause any sort of a mess. His perfectly white t-shirt was white until the moment that he hit the ground.
Watch the necklace again.
Skylar, we can get to that portion, I guess, where they can more clearly see the, well, first we can show them the magnet that's still on him. I guess we'll get to that. Yeah, there you
look
go.
At the necklace. Look. See how it's laying on his arm? Look at that. How does that happen?
I don't know how to describe that. I don't know if you would say it's still on him.
How does that happen?
There was a lot of story. Everybody had a personal story about Charlie's necklace, which struck me as very odd. Okay, it struck me as odd because
was there
Erica,
something in the necklace?
Frank tells the story about how he came out to get his backpack from the car as the feds were searching it at the hospital, and he saw Charlie's necklace on his backpack, which was in the car, and the feds said, "We were looking for that necklace." Really? Why were the feds looking for the necklace? How did they know he had a necklace? That's very strange. Erica, of course, has told several stories about the necklace and how precious the necklace was to him and how grateful she was that she got the necklace back. I think maybe even Brian Harpole had a story about that. I got to go back and look through it. But everyone's got a story about the necklace. It seems like a strange focus of this day. And so I want to just point that out, that it is the necklace that is hanging. You can see that.
Look at that.
And maybe you
can see
that
it's looped.
On my
it's
phone,
not
so
even like broken.
But you can at some points even see and observe the chain. Again, this is after Charlie is hit. So you are seeing zero blood.
No blood.
Backward.
That alone, the fact that you can see clearly a 30-06 was not used. Now you can see his neck. If he was shot like this with 30-06 at the very least, his neck would be hanging on by like a little bit like this, and his head would be practically decapitated. That's what would happen. His neck on this side would be blown, like the hole would be so far blown open. Anybody who's shot a weapon like this knows what I'm talking about. At the very least, his head would be hanging off this way from the right side, maybe a little bit attached still on this side, on the other side of the bone. Maybe. But I've seen 30-06s go through several bags of sand, I've seen it go through bag of concrete. There's videos on YouTube where you can watch 30-06s being shot through things and seeing how many layers it will go through hardened objects. He was not shot by that. Point blank, period. And if you just off that one detail alone believe the FBI narrative, you're a cog in the machine is what you are. You're a cog in the machine. You're a zombie. You're an NPC. You have no reasoning ability. You are a program. You are part of the program running around the world trying to convince everybody to believe in the program. And you are an NPC and you are incapable of critical thinking and you have no soul because there's too much about this situation. Clearly, Israel killed Charlie because of this war with Iran. Period. That's what it is.
That feels wrong to me. That instantly felt wrong to me for what they are telling us took place here, which is a 30-06.
No.
It's not even enough to pretend that this was like
306
an event
does
where
not
it already is.
leave
I
no
would say
that
tried to say this was some miracle event.
Maybe a 9mm or a 22 could do a shot that clean. Maybe even a 22. A 22, the way that poured out, that looked like a 22 or a 9mm to me. The size of the bloodstream that came out, because I saw it live, looked like a 9mm hole to me, to be honest.
And, Charlie's neck stopped this. It gets even crazier when you say, but it didn't even cause any blood. Everything you saw was blood that came because an artery got hit, and that went forward. So
the jugular. It's either the jugular or the carotid. I forget which one's which. On one side, it's one thing. On the other side, it's the other. But no. Period. He was not shot with a 30-06.
I would never buy the narrative.
Some other technology was used. That's what I think.
If that a 30-06 is what killed Charlie Kirk.
Okay, so Candace...
Yeah. I agree with her. I absolutely agree with her. She is 100% on point to say what she's saying. It's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible. The VA and DOJ signed away your rights. Here we go.
Listen up.
Oh, I posted
While
about this.
everyone was distracted, the VA and the Department of Justice signed a deal on March 11th that should have every veteran in the country on absolute high alert. They are now appointing VA attorneys as special assistant U.S. attorneys, well, so they can walk into a state court and start guardianship proceedings over veterans. They claim it's for vulnerable vets with no family, but here's the reality. Once a government-appointed lawyer is your legal guardian, they make the medical calls. If you're in a crisis, like a car accident, and the VA decides it's a post-acute transition of care, the attorney has the legal right to pull the plug or move you where they want to. Our tax dollars are funding the lawyers who can now legally take control of your life when you are at your weakest. This isn't a theory. The MOU is signed. We need to talk about this right the fuck now.
They're not going to listen to us. Combine that with the fact that they changed the laws with vaccines in the hospital. So like they're calling it like biogenics. So like if you need healing of some sort, that's what biogenics are for. Now, remember, I showed you the video where they changed the verbiage to where now they can give it to you without your consent while you're totally unconscious. So if everybody should get an advanced directive made. That way, an advanced medical directive made. That way, nobody can speak for you if you are unconscious, and give it to a trusted soul that you have in your life. Period. Notarize it with 2 witnesses there, file it with the court, and have it on file. Period. Because you can't trust anything going on right now. The government is positioning itself. Our president is Bibi Netanyahu, let's be real. Okay. So they are cracking down on speech with speech laws about Israel. Now this medical shit. You can't say anything, but this is, I don't know. I need to do a funny show one day. I just need to do a funny show with nothing but comedy so we can laugh, so we can laugh. But just get on ChatGPT, tell it you want to write an advanced medical directive, tell it what your wishes are, and it will write it in legal jargon, check over it, file it with the court. And then nobody can do anything. All right. Here we go. We have the tiny turd. Shut up, Ben Shapiro. Just shut up.
Tucker has lost his way.
Did y'all hear what's happening to Tucker? Oh my God, this is another thing. After we play this, I'm going to show you Tucker's latest video.
Tucker has now declared that...
Whoa, hold on. Before we watch this, I'm going to show you what Tucker said. We're going to hear from Tucker first, and then we'll watch this video. Just we have context with this turd. Tucker Carlson, CIA. So... let me just type in Michael Carlson, go to his page, and then go to his videos. He has, here we go. This is crazy, you guys. I'm just beside myself. Like, I'm only for the reason of, like, I got a small taste of what the government was willing to do running for Congress. And with the laws that were being signed about Israel and this war being started, you need to be very concerned with what Tucker Carlson had to say. So let's play this video.
So the other day I found out that the CIA is preparing some kind of criminal referral against me, a crime report to the Department of Justice on the basis of a supposed crime I committed. What's that crime? Well, talking to people in Iran before the war. They read my texts. So the crime under consideration apparently would be...
Remember all the spying that was going on in the Biden administration? Oh, it's still going on. Via the Patriot Act. Thanks, Bush.
The Foreign Agent Act or something like that, acting as an agent of a foreign power. And I don't expect this to go anywhere. I'm not too worried about an actual criminal case against me for a bunch of reasons. One, I'm not an agent of a foreign power. Unlike a lot of people commenting on U.S. politics and global affairs, I have only one loyalty, and that's the United States. And
Amen.
I've never acted against it. Its interests are the only interests I care about because I'm from here and I have a lot of kids. So that's not a concern. I've also never taken money from anybody. Don't need it, don't want it. And that's provable. And moreover, it's my job to talk to everybody all the time and try and figure out what's happening around the world. That's literally what I do for a living. And I'm not going to stop doing that. Nor should I don't think. I'm also an American. So I can talk to anybody. I have no secrets to divulge. So legally, I think the case is ludicrous, and I doubt it will even become a case. I'm bringing this up for a couple of reasons, though, and they're pretty obvious. One is that countries tend to become more authoritarian in wartime. It's just the nature of war. People are dying. The stakes are high. People's emotions have risen to a very high point, to a crescendo. And so there's much less tolerance for any kind of dissent in the homeland. The irony, of course, is the United States fights wars on behalf of freedom, but there's always less of it here in our country during war. So that's a widely recognized phenomenon, and it's likely to happen now too. Another point to make that is worth knowing is that the USIC, the intelligence agency, spy on Americans. Now, you probably knew that, and it's been revealed a lot, including by Julian Assange and Ed Snowden, both of whom are threatened with death for revealing it, but everyone knows. But it's probably a little more widespread than most people understand, and it's outrageous. There's no justification for your government, which you own, you're a shareholder in it, you pay for it, to be violating your privacy like this. But it happens all the time. And in fact, one of the reasons that CIA or
his little boy haircut kills me, man. This is who I was trying to remember the other day with the little boy haircut. I cannot stand. I don't know how his wife lets him have just this little boy haircut. I like this for years. It has just been. I'm a hairdresser, so it irks me. Sorry. Side note.
People within CIA, just to be clear, it's a huge, sprawling, disconnected agency. What it does in a specific case doesn't represent what everybody in the building thinks, but there are some people who are mad at me for my views about Israel, and they have some latitude. And one of the reasons they pass on criminal complaints, in effect, to law enforcement is to justify.
No, I don't want him to go bald. I just want him to get a big boy haircut. He's such a sweet guy, you know. I think Tucker. This haircut suits him. because this is his personality. Candace Owens likes to call him a golden retriever, and I'm like, yeah, that totally is him. So the haircut suits him. I'm just trying to get out of my funk, y'all. Leave me alone.
Warrants for spying on Americans. So that is an absolutely real thing. But the main reason they do it is to leak the existence of the investigation, such as it is, to the media, and then humiliate and terrify the subjects of this op. And that's, of course, happened to me repeatedly, many times, including in famously 2021 when I was still at Fox News and trying to set up an interview with Vladimir Putin. And the NSA, I heard from someone there, had grabbed my text messages with an American citizen and had leaked them to news outlets. Those texts were basically my attempts to set up an interview with the foreign head of state, and they leaked them to the New York Times in order to stop the interview, which they successfully did, by the way. And they admitted that they were spying. I mean, this is not a fantasy. It actually happened.
Because he doesn't support Israel and the war in Iran, they're opening a criminal referral on him. This is fucking insane. The CIA is, and turning it into the DOJ. This is fucking nuts. And if Pam Bondi actually prosecutes him, I'm telling you, the streets are going to fucking riot. Like if they use Tucker to make an example, I'm telling you, it's just going to pop off. Candace likes to say, it's just going to get real ghetto.
They did it again 2 years later. My second attempt to get a Putin interview, I managed to get it anyway, and they've done it since. And so when you get a call from a reporter who knows the contents of your texts, it's pretty clear something's going on.
Yeah, no shit.
None of this, in my judgment, as of right now, is a huge threat to me. So I'm not making this video to complain about it or whine or ask you to send me money because I'm under attack. I'm saying it because it's true, and you should know what your own government is doing, and you should know what the stakes are. And you should know that a lot of what happens in this country that affects outcomes happens behind the scenes. Some of it is legal, some of it is not, including what I'm describing now. But it has an effect. And the intel agencies, again, not everyone in the intel agencies, because there are decent, hardworking Americans who work in the intel agencies are Americans, just like there are decent, hardworking Americans who work at the DMV. But there are also people with agendas and grudges and no sense of restraint who are happy to misuse the power they have, granted them by our elaborate secrecy laws, to hurt fellow Americans for ideological reasons. That is entirely real. That's the story of Russiagate. And it's likely that things like that will begin to happen at greater scale now. So you should just know that going forward. Thanks.
Thanks, Tucker. Thanks for enlightening us. Yeah. So now we're going to watch what Ben Shapiro has to say about what Tucker said. Because, you know, Ben gets his rocks off attacking everybody. That's just like the only thing he knows how to do. He's a fucking idiot. Like, this guy. He's like this big, too. Ugh.
Chabad, that is the Jewish organization, was responsible for the war in Iran.
Hold on, let's start.
And was also... Tucker has lost his way. Tucker has now declared that Chabad, that is the Jewish organization, was responsible for the war in Iran and was also seeking to destroy the Dome of the Rock and the Al-Aqsa Mosque. That is clinically insane.
So this isn't his response to it, but I will play it. But this is one of the reasons why the Zionist cronies have demanded that Tucker be... They're going after Tucker, man, and Megyn Kelly.
You know what's clinically insane? Your eyebrows. So when you lie, instead your nose getting bigger, your eyebrows
get thicker,
bushier. Guys, you know what? I think I might have an idea.
I like best.
Where are they hiding that?
I don't know how to say his name, but I like this guy. Okay, let me find Tucker responding to Shapiro responding to Tucker really quick, because Ben on Tucker criminal case. Let's see. I know this was yesterday. I think that Ben Ben had something to say about it. Let's see. All right.
Here was Tucker Carlson explaining that he hopes that America does not get unconditional surrender from Iran and accuses the United States military of wanting to go into Iran and everyone.
Unconditional surrender means foreign
This
troops
isn't
get
it
your,
either.
your wife and
I gotta
daughter.
find it. It's from yesterday. Let me just go to Ben Shapiro. Let me go to his page yesterday, because it's like in the first few minutes of his video. So this, let's see, go to videos, and then let's see, 8 hours ago, 1 day ago, was it this one?
It's not just the grievance right, of course. Some of these folks, like Pete Buttigieg, choo-choo train lover, former failed mayor of South Bend, Indiana, but at least he's gay, simply spewing silly lines about how diplomacy with Iran was totally working. I mean, it wasn't working, but it was totally working, you see.
So the Trump administration argues that they need...
I got it in my search history. Let me look it up. In my search history on YouTube. All right. History... no bunker, U.S., history. All right. Okay. It's this one. What has Tucker gotten? Here we go. All right, here we go.
The CIA is spying on Tucker Carlson. You'll never believe the latest. Keep watching and buy some ALP to continue to fund the crusade to stop the Khazarian members of Chabad from launching World War III. That's all the news that's fit to print over the weekend in Podcastistan, the fully retarded homeland and headquarters of the Grievance Party. Preppy Smollett, Tucker Carlson, is now claiming he has been secretly victimized by the CIA.
Smollett.
Donald Trump's CIA. We're going to cut through the victimhood shtick in order to ask the only questions that matter. Is this a real scandal, a preemptive spin job, or just another episode of Oppression Olympics performance art? Welcome to The Ben Shapiro Show. Mean that Tucker Carlson was being targeted. Intelligence target of the agency, and the NSA has never had any plans to try to take his program off the air. Tucker's story never led anywhere, it should be noted. It's quite possible Tucker's texts or communications were caught up in surveillance that the NSA or CIA were doing of foreign agents. If Tucker was just negotiating to have on a foreign figure and aides to that figure were being surveilled, his emails or texts might crop up. That still would not mean that Tucker Carlson was being targeted. Let's also be clear on Tucker Carlson's rights. Tucker has the right to talk to people abroad, of course. The Foreign Agents Registration Act, that is the act Tucker pretends he doesn't know about, requires people to register as a foreign agent if they act at the, quote, order, request, or under the direction or control of a foreign principal. So, Tucker talking with the Iranian government, or kissing their asses, or even spreading their propaganda at his own behest would fall under the protection of the First Amendment. In other words, it is highly unlikely that Tucker Carlson is about to be hit with a FARA prosecution. I believe him when he says he's not being paid by outside sources. I think that Tucker Carlson is being truly anti-American all on his own.
Oh, right.
And now comes the speculation. There are a few possibilities worth examining here. And let me just say right now, we see a lot of people make up news stories. DW remains committed to actually bringing you the truth and analyzing things based on the facts.
Yeah, sure, Ben. Sure. I encourage you guys to watch that episode. It's called What Has Tucker Actually Gotten Himself Into? It is quite the rebuttal. Quite the rebuttal, friends. All right, let's get back into it. Hold on, I gotta fix something here. Let me fix this. Y'all are watching me mess around on the YouTube today. All right, so take that up. Then we go back to here, and then yeah, okay. There's that big eyebrow. All right, Brett Weinstein tweet. Okay, so let me see if I can make this bigger. It says, on June 18th, this is Brett Weinstein, I had a text exchange with Charlie Kirk, he said he was spending 2 full days at the White House trying to persuade President Trump not to initiate a war with Iran. It says, I wonder if I can make this bigger. It says, given that Charlie was close with the president and that he represented a large constituency essential to Trump, and given that many proponents of the war with Iran saw a U.S. attack as urgently necessary to the survival of Israel, it is reasonable to wonder if his refusal to back down from his steadfast opposition somehow resulted in his murder. A good investigation could have settled the matter. What we got only increases the reason for concern. Asking this question may be unforgivable, but it is in no way unreasonable. Charlie was in a strong position to keep us from doing what we have now done, and the timing of his death removed him from the equation and likely changed the course of history, as Charlie himself worried it might. He did predict his death. He said he wouldn't get to see the end of the revolution, and he said he would die young and in front of everyone, and that it would change the world. Damn, I wish I could see these. If something were to, he says, if something were to happen to me, this tweet would be worth returning to. I don't like the risks, but they must be faced. Charlie deserves justice, and we need to understand what is happening to our republic. Good luck to us all. Now, let me read you these messages, because they're too tiny for me to read from my computer screen. So let me pull it up on my phone. Okay. So the text messages you're looking at right here is him texting Charlie saying, Charlie sent something, I guess it was an X post. It says the proponents for regime change have pivoted the last 24 hours. They know they're losing and their position is indefensible and unpopular. Keep the pressure on. So he responds to Charlie Kirk here saying, right there with you, Charlie, we have to shut these maniacs down. Not only is the Republic depending on it, but the citizens of Israel are too. And by the way, I think the president needs us to keep the pressure on. The neocons are very vocal and admittedly powerful, but the public does not want war, especially not to be dragged into one by a belligerent Israeli regime. And Charlie says, thank you. I totally agree. I know we need to be better. I have a theory on this, which is the power of dissident media is very good retroactively at uncovering injustice or scandal. COVID, Ukraine border. We are not good at driving real-time mass public opinion yet. The neocons are. I'm doing all I can. Truly, I was in the White House all day fighting for America. Same tomorrow. So you can see that if they're spying on Tucker, they were spying on Charlie. I mean, it's so clear what is going on now. It's so clear now that we've had some time passing. It's clear to see exactly why Charlie was sacrificed, why they moved him out of the way. And if you don't think he was sacrificed, I challenge you to look at an aerial image of where he was when he got shot. All right. Next video, conspiracy theorists after Epstein files dropped. Let's see what this is. So this is going to be, I got to switch screens here and move over to TikTok land. We haven't been in TikTok land for a while because guess who owns TikTok? I don't like using it. You know, I don't like using it. Okay. Conspiracy theorists after Epstein files dropped.
So, I mean, I nailed it. I'm honest, I'm as shocked as you. Some of those were a little out there, and every single one was true. I'm honestly as shocked as you guys are.
I thought I was making some shit up back there.
I mean, I want to say I told you so, but I really just wish none of this was real at this point.
Right.
I mean, it was fun when it was maybe not real.
Right.
And now it's
all very real.
And once again, it's every single conspiracy theory is correct now. I'm just terrified. I mean, on top of all that stuff, I'm pretty sure they just confirmed aliens are real.
For real this time.
So
Right.
I don't know what they expect us to do with our lives. I mean, the Wayfair
Keep paying
furniture
taxes
thing
is what
was
they
real.
expect.
That
Just
was
keep paying
such
them.
a long shot. Oh my God.
I mean, the whole point of these conspiracies is that when they come to light, people get to put in jail.
That's just not happening. So, like, the fun has been taken out of this completely.
I mean, I don't know what we do from here in terms of conspiracies. I mean, I want to make up new ones, but God forbid those become real. I feel like I'm
Wishing things into existence.
I mean, the pizza thing?
The fucking pizza thing?
And also, it's not as important, but Jeffrey Epstein did make microtransactions. He did everything bad. I knew it, but I wish I didn't.
Oh,
So,
we fucked around and found out the truth. Whoopsie. I'm curious about a kid from Brooklyn.
I'm curious about a kid from Brooklyn named Jeffrey Epstein. Who skipped 2 grades, graduated at 16. Got into an elite math program at NYU. Dropped out and then at 21 was hired to teach physics at the most exclusive private school in Manhattan. Without
a degree.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he ever taught anything.
The headmaster was Donald Barr, OSS veteran, precursor to the CIA, who wrote a novel about elites keeping humans as sex slaves, and who just happens to be the father of William Barr, the attorney general who would oversee the jail where Epstein died 45 years later.
Wow.
Small world.
Right.
One of those students at the Dalton School where Epstein taught was the daughter of Bear Stearns CEO Alan Greenberg. Epstein told people that relationship got him his Wall Street job. Fired from teaching for poor performance, hired on Wall Street the next day. At Bear Stearns, he rose from junior floor assistant to advising the bank's wealthiest clients, including Edgar Bronfman, president of Seagram's, who would later co-found something called the
Good old
Mega
AI
Group,
song.
along with Leslie Wedner and Ronald Lauder, a secret network of billionaire donors coordinating pro-Israel strategy. He joined the Rockefeller University Board, the Trilateral Commission, the Council on Foreign Relations. David
Look at it.
Rockefeller
It's a
personally
Jewish
mentored
star.
him.
Look at that.
A college dropout from Coney Island at the table with the man who built the globalist infrastructure. It seems that many were fascinated or impressed by Epstein and his connections, which helped
he
him
knew
become
everybody.
even more connected. A defense contractor named Douglas Leeson Nixon's former Attorney General John Mitchell introduced him to Stephen Hoffenberg, who says Lee's recruited Epstein for British intelligence. And Hoffenberg introduced him to Robert Maxwell.
Yes.
Robert Maxwell, media mogul who sold stolen surveillance software called Promise for the CIA and Mossad, document an intelligence asset whose daughter would move to New York and partner with Epstein. The same year he mysteriously fell off his yacht, 6 heads of Israeli intelligence at his funeral. Totally normal for a book publisher.
They had his funeral, Maxwell's father's funeral in Israel.
During this same period, Epstein had an Austrian passport with his photo, but a false name and a
Marius
Saudi address.
Robert.
It's not something you pick up at the post office.
Now, y'all done fucked up picking Marius for his name. Because he about 12 shades too light to have that name Marius.
That's intelligence tradecraft. One of his clients was Adnan Khashoggi, the middleman, transferring American weapons from Israel to Iran. Iran-Contra, same scandal involving the CIA, same CIA whose precursor employed Donald Barr, same era Bush was running the agency, then the country. And a CIA front airline called Southern Air Transport would later relocate its headquarters to service the brands of Les Werfner, the man who would give Epstein everything. But that's part 2. I'm just curious how a math teacher from Brooklyn ended
This is
up
all bloodline stuff, man. This is what this is.
with a fake passport, a Rockefeller mentor, a seat at the Trilateral Commission, an intelligence recruitment chain that runs through defense contractors, and a former attorney general, and a direct connection.
There was a
to the
CIA
man
guy
who
that
sold spies.
I saw in an interview recently that said if you were famous at all, you would have heard from Jeffrey Epstein. You would have gotten an invite from him. Period.
Software for the CIA and Mossad. And I'm curious why when they finally arrested him, there were 10,000 videos seized and sealed, 6 million pages where they released maybe half, 10 co-conspirators identified, and only one charge. The CIA director who visited his townhouse now controls controls all the intelligence and the president.
Yep. The CIA, damn CIA director. Who's it? Radcliffe?
Who promised to release everything
I'm not
is
sure.
attacking the congressman who
Radcliffe.
wrote the
I got the guy's face. I just can't remember his name.
Transparency Act. I'm just curious if those files stay sealed, not to protect one man's secrets, but to protect the system that created him.
Yep. It's all of them. Yes, look at that statement right there. Shit. It's all of them. It's kind of fucking crazy, man. It is crazy. Like, this is just a demonic world we live in. The Bible says that fucking devil would have a heyday down here on earth. All right. Next, what's missing from this photo?
I'm going to show you 2 photos, and I want you to see what's missing from each photo. Now, they're about Erica Kirk, and we're going to look at the backdrop. So here's photo number 1 with Charlie Kirk.
Okay. Wedding picture. Hat in a case. Another white hat down here. Some books. All right.
And here's photo number.
What's missing? The wedding pic is gone. What? Why would you take that down? Really?
Number 2 with Erica Kirk. Let's chat about what's missing and why in the comments.
Good eye. Good eye. All right. Culturally correct crosswalks.
There is no way that's serious.
We're making crosswalk buttons culturally correct based on who presses it.
What? This has got to be a prank.
It scans. Yeah, it basically scans DNA and...
No. Let's watch the short demo to understand how it works.
Okay, let's watch.
This is a mock test group, mock test product. This has got to be a prank.
Presses it.
Crossing requested. Wait. Walk sign is on. Please cross now.
When an Asian male presses it.
You press button. Wait. Walk sign on. Okay.
When a black male presses it.
Crossing requested.
Oh my God.
Better move them legs before the devil gets you.
The beep, the smoke alarm
I don't know if
beep.
we definite no in the back.
Oh, really? So y'all were fine with it everywhere else, but when it came to the black folks, we can't have some comedy there. We can't laugh.
Waste the money and waste the time. It's a stupid idea.
Yes, it's hilarious. This is fucking hilarious. This is like that show, something prank with Joe and Q and what was that show? Impractical Jokers. That's what this reminds me of. Are there any they thems here?
Any they thems here? That fizzled out, huh? That fizzled.
Isn't that true? That is fizzling out, the they them thing. Boy, that is fizzling out.
Fizzled out. Right, last year there would have been a whole bunch.
Right? Yeah.
All right, have you noticed this? They're walking that back now. Some of them, they're walking it back.
Because it destroyed people's lives.
And I'll say this, if you ever went by they, them, you should not be able to go back. No backseas, you plural bitch.
You better commit, damn it.
No backseas. After all that?
Right.
My friend came up to me, she said, oh yeah, I'm not really doing that anymore. She's been doing they, them for 6 years. She's like, I'm not really doing that anymore. I'm like, oh, yes, you are.
You put us through hell.
Yes, you fucking are.
Right.
After all that, there was 6 of you. You made everyone change their shit for you.
Yep.
And you're going to walk it back now?
Right.
There was 6 of you. You wrote me into it. Right? Your life was good and you were rich and you went to Wesley and you needed a problem and you fucking took me with you.
Oh my God. That is so facts. It's not even funny. What she just said. You got all this privilege. You just needed to have a problem.
I I used to just walk into a room, be ever who the fuck I wanted to be. Now I walk into a room and they go, what are your pronouns? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Obviously something is off. So help me God if a Brooklyn bitch with a boyfriend is walking that back now.
Right. Everybody chill out with that.
Not on my fucking watch. Any they, thems here?
Yeah, we have pronouns and she nouns. That's it. Okay. More fake protests. Are you excited? More fake protests.
All right, so you can see that none of this is grassroots. This is all paid for. Hey, how you doing, guys? Where are we headed with these signs? Where are we going here? You guys are saying that this is grassroots, but this does not look very grassroots. You guys doing this for free? Show this to people that
doing
say
this
that
for free?
any of this is grassroots. Show it to them. Show them this clip. So
That-
all
yeah,
these signs
no.
that you see laid out right here are going to Columbus Circle for a protest that Roy Neville Singham is paying for, okay? A
Singham. Ooh.
CCP billionaire who's trying to sow division into this country. He needs to be looked at, Roy Neville Singham. Oh, here we go, more signs. Oh my God, is this enough, guys? Wow. So let's just see roughly how many signs these are. They all say PSL, probably George Soros is involved with PSL. PSL's fiscal sponsor is the Progress Unity Fund, and we know from last episode that the sponsor of the Progress Unity Fund is the Tides Foundation. George Soros gave the Tides Foundation $40 million. Answer Coalition.
I don't understand why this man
Progress
isn't in
Unity
jail.
Fund.
Just with Elon Musk and the whole Tesla thing, blowing up people's Teslas, his dealerships. Like, I can't believe he hasn't gotten George Soros put in jail.
If you look at this over here, you can see answercoalition.org, which is funded by the Progress Unity Fund, which is funded by George Soros. So you got George Soros and you got Roy Neville Singham funding millions of dollars into this country, trying to sow division. And now everyone will see that none of this is natural. It comes from an office that he owns.
Yep.
Called the People's Forum.
It's the bloodline, folks. Trying to social engineer.
Where to now?
You're not allowed to have your own thoughts. Apparently.
You see American flag in there? No. Palestine, Cuba, huge Palestine flag for socialist literature. Okay? This is about socialism. Don't be mistaken. This is not about Palestine. This is about instilling a socialist Marxist hellscape inside of the United States.
Well, and it's the same thing over in Iran. It's a communistic regime as well. Before we finish this video, we're going to bring you a message from our friends over at Chicago State Company. Oh my gosh. And of course, hold on, because Rumble's being Rumble. Rumble's rumbling. Uh-oh. Did it go away? Here we go. All right. Today's sponsor is Chicago Steak Company, and they're giving away 4 free steaks on every order. Code BPSIR free. Do you ever buy steaks at the grocery store and it's just a total gamble? You're standing there staring at shrink wrap mystery cuts trying to figure out which one might actually be decent. And half the time you get home, cook it, and it's just fine. Nothing special. Chicago Steak Company is the opposite of that. USDA prime and upper choice, hand selected by butchers in Chicago, wet aged 28 to 40 days, vacuum sealed, and shipped on dry ice right to your door. And every cut is hand carved, no guessing. Here's the part I really like. Spend $199 or more, any steaks, your choice. Use code BPSIR free, and they throw in 4 bourbon peppercorn sirloins for free, plus free shipping. There are 6 6-ounce top sirloins with a cracked peppercorn and bourbon rub, lean, beefy, and bold flavor. Throw them on a hot grill, and they're done in minutes. That's $160 in free steaks. 15,000 5-star reviews. These guys are the real deal. mychicagosteak.com/rumble, code BPSIR free. That's BPSIR free. Link in the description. All right, let's get back to our video.
Right now, they have no choice because we checked to see, right? We checked to see that if they have a back door and didn't see a back door. So they've got no choice but to come out here and a van's gonna drive up and they're gonna load the signs in. Okay, so this guy's gonna drive up and they're gonna load all the signs into this car right here. Alrighty? Come with me. Here we go. Let's load them all into this van. We hired a service for this?
I can't believe they're letting him record this.
Back up. Let them give him a Alrighty. Roy Neville Singham paid these folks $20 million through the Goldman Sachs Philanthropy Fund, a donor-advised fund. He did it honestly, but he was caught. This is obvious sowing of division in the United States. If Elon Musk had not bought an X, these people would have won. See for yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Witness
that's
this.
true.
What is wrong?
What is wrong?
Oh, okay.
Why?
It was only a matter of time.
Why?
You are.
Why? How am I? Who pays me? YouTube pays me. My viewers pay me
How much
by
money do you
watching.
get? This is not real journalism. You're a fake, you're complete fake
Okay.
journalist.
Did you or did you not get $20 million from Roy Neville Singham to protest? Did you or did you
How
not?
much money do you get for your right-wing bullshit? That's what I want to know.
Okay, so you can look on YouTube on Social Blade. You can see exactly how much I earn. Yeah, take a photo of me as if there isn't already a photo. Why are you taking a photo of me as if you don't already know who I am?
I don't understand.
You're all sick of me. So what are you gonna do about it?
What am I going to do about it?
Yeah, what are you gonna do about it?
Well, I don't have to do anything about it because you don't bother us that much. You don't do
Clearly I am because you're videoing.
Right. You're just a complete idiot. You're a fake journalist.
I'm a fake journalist.
I think that you should.
What have I done that's
feel
fake?
ashamed of yourself every single day.
You should feel ashamed for
You're
yourself
on a
for
public-
sowing division
you're on a public
and
sidewalk. Get a real job. Be a real journalist and do something.
She's
for
shaking.
Something in your life. Do
how
something.
can you say with a straight face for me to get a real job? How can you keep a straight face and say that?
Right. That is hilarious.
Did you or did you not get $20 million from Roy Neville Singham? You can't deny it. There it is. Meet Layan Fulihan. She's a paid protester. Her base salary is $70,000 with an additional compensation of $8,649. So who is this woman getting paid $80K a year to protest? Layan is a Columbia alum with a Palestinian background. She holds a full-time staff position as an educator at the People's Forum as she protests all around New York City. Here she is alongside Taher, another paid protesting leader that we've exposed. Roy Neville Singham pays Layan to travel. That's why you see her speaking in Washington, D.C. at another protest. None of this is grassroots. Know that. Here she is being paid to argue with the police as she blocks traffic outside Columbia University.
Into the pen. You gotta go in the pen. You are blocking pedestrian traffic. You are blocking pedestrian traffic. Sir, you either go in the pen or you'll be subject.
Here she is again with Taher alongside Mahmoud Khalil. When she's arrested, Singham is there to bail her out. You can see the People's Forum announce that her and David Chung, another paid protester who gets paid $75,000 a year to protest, were both arrested. You can get David Chung's Friedman file that consists of never-seen-before research right now if you scan the QR code on your screen or click the link in the description or in my bio. Layan speaks at the People's Forum about her Marxist agenda as she carefully and subtly ushers in Islam into the West. They actually teach classes advocating for Marxism at the People's Forum. Layan celebrated Hamas's atrocities on October 7th. She tweeted out on October 7th, "Long live the Palestinian resistance." She frames the US and Israel as joint imperialist forces.
Look, I don't care. If Palestine wants to stand up to Israel at this point, I'm like, do it. Because, don't get me started. Y'all know how I feel about it.
Engineered genocide.
But an end to all U.S. imperialist complicity and engineered genocide against the Palestinian people and all oppressed people.
I mean, I do agree with her that it's a genocide. I do believe that they got genocided by Israel. I do. To me, that shouldn't be a right-left thing. That should be a human thing. That what you're doing is illegal. It's wrong. You're just going to put buildings. Trump is going to build buildings in Gaza on top of hundreds of thousands of babies that have not been found. It's infuriating. Like it's just to me, that's not a right or left thing. Like you have to be able to see the spiritual threat in all of this, like what Israel's doing.
across the world.
Layan reposts words from Nasrallah, the former leader of Hezbollah, saying, "Who would have thought so many young people would support Palestine?" This woman in
It's because, okay, here's the thing. It's because they only know how to like pick the sides chosen for them as young people. However, they don't agree with Israel. So that's their biggest problem. They don't agree with Israel, the youth. They don't like what Israel's doing. They're aware of it. And I agree with the youth on this one. But I don't agree with trying to change the U.S. into Marxist and Islam. No way.
America is being paid money to promote the words of terrorists who have killed American servicemen. Here she is speaking in Spanish in Venezuela at the International Solidarity Conference that Nicolas Maduro spoke at. Here she is defending the regime.
Yo soy de raíces palestinas y estamos en un mundo totalmente diferente, cambiado por
And she speaks Spanish?
la resistencia palestina, porque aunque veo cada día los horrores del imperialismo estadounidense, los sionistas, lo que están haciendo a nuestro pueblo.
I mean, she's not wrong. The imperialists, the Zionists, what they're doing to their people. But yeah, we're not interested in being Marxist or Islam over here. Like, in fact, Iran has one of the largest growing Christian populations over there. And Christianity is spreading over there. And I think it scares them. It scares all of them.
Yo realmente siento que estamos en un momento.
But see, we're sitting here getting the viewpoint from a Jewish guy, so this is this is not an unbiased video. This is a biased video from somebody who supports Israel. So it's like, of course, you know, like I'm not on either of their sides. However, I disagree with genocide. I don't see. I think the Zionists have done a lot more damage than the Islamic movement to take over, you know, the West. I think Israel has done a lot more damage to the West by repeatedly getting us involved in illegal wars and involving themselves in our politics and deciding who in our country lives and dies and who should go to jail. And yeah, I think it's been pretty egregious.
En que todo el mundo está más y más consciente que tenemos el mismo enemigo y eso nos une. Venezuela, Cuba son en el frente de ese movimiento internacionalista y tenemos que defender a Venezuela al mismo tiempo que defendemos a Palestina y llevamos la lucha, avanzamos la lucha.
Layan calls for revolution in her classes, talking about how the Russian Revolution was the first time workers and peasants seized state power and held on to it. That's what these people are paid to make happen right here in America.
But like, honestly though, like we should be saying this. Patriots should be saying this about taking our country back. Getting these Zionists and these extremist Islamic people brought to a come to Jesus meeting, because that's what they need. They need a come to Jesus meeting.
Sadly, has Layan been radicalized? How much does she want revolution in America? This much.
But she wants it for, they want, where I disagree with her is making America like the other countries, that they go move to those countries, but you don't want to be over there because of what Israel's doing to your country. So you want to be here, but you want to make America like the Middle East. I don't think so. You can come here, take refuge, respect our laws, learn our language, take part in our customs, have your own customs in your privacy of your own home. But trying to do away with Christianity is the thing that's under attack the most. And I'm not even like a Christian the way most people are Christians. I'm a very enlightened, like spiritually free Christian. I don't follow a cult rule book with anything.
Two options, either victory or death. There is no in between.
And we went to that protest that they were preparing for, and just look what we saw. You can see it's all the same signs that we saw them loading into the van. You see how, what would they be holding if not for those vans?
In massive numbers for Palestine. Over 2 years.
There she is.
Nice to see you. No, do your thing. I will be exposing many of the other paid activists at this protest.
But let's hear you tell the truth about Zionists, sir. But bet you won't do that. All right, next video. We're about to get it.
We're about to get it. Oh my God, Amanda, play a song. I'm ready to twerk this fatty.
Oh my God.
Hey, Becca, do that move that
Already
you...
on it.
Yeah, that's it. Oh my God, how do you do that? I'm so jealous. Uh-oh, here goes Sarah. She's literally the best. Oh my God, she's so good at that. You should totally start a dance group.
What is happening?
Right? Hell yeah, I love that name.
Oh my God,
Sarah, you
this
have
is
to
all
teach
in
us
front
how
of
to
this little
twerk like you
girl.
promised. Okay, here we go. I built like a wisdom tooth.
No,
Becca,
like a
oh my
wisdom
God,
tooth.
thank you for letting everybody borrow your pants. We all are the same size, so it just makes sense.
Look at this girl in the all
really,
white.
think
She
about
thinks
it,
she
right?
got
Yeah,
she
you're
thinks she got it going
Don't
on.
mention it, guys. It's okay, really. We can't forget
Look,
about
look.
Brooke. Get in there, girl.
She's like,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
okay, I'll do this if I have
Stop
to. I don't want to.
No, you first. And they said White Claw would give us beer bellies. Hey, Sarah, do the dance. My dad. I do it better.
My
Watch
daddy,
this.
my
Oh my
daddy.
God, I love that dance. When's my mom coming home?
They gotta be on mushrooms or ecstasy. They're wilding out, these girls. Oh, to be young again. To be young again. Okay. MAGA plastic surgery before and after.
MAGA plastic surgery before and after. This dude went from Sling Blade to Jack Nicholson with them fucked up eyebrows. She went from a cornfed white girl to a stripper or porn star. She went from a racist PTA mom to a Puerto Rican. She trying to deport herself.
Puerto Rican.
This chick
Deport
literally
herself.
turned her smile upside down to a frown. She is melting.
Oh my God.
This
Oh,
bitch
look
turned
at
to
Laura
Jinx.
Loomer. She looks like the villain from Saw. Oh my God. Laura Loomer is crazy, man. So her and I used to know each other via Roger Stone, but I don't think she likes me no more because, I don't support Israel. And she is crazy about people talking about Israel. She wants the most extreme punishments handed out when it comes to not supporting Israel. The tweets I've been, tweets I've been seeing off of her lately, especially what she was saying about Tucker Carlson. Oh my God. Let's look it up. Let's go to X. See, X Laura Loomer. Oh my God. She looks like the villain from Saw. Holy cow. That is. And she was pretty before in her natural state. Like, let's see. Did she get rid of it? Did she get rid of her? She's got a bunch of gaps. I wonder if it's because I'm not using an account signed in. A bunch of gaps. I don't know. I don't know where that is. Moving on.
Saw from the movie Saw. That is a mask. Susan Dale.
Y'all remember this one? She was in the White House a few weeks ago with the Maha stuff.
Oh, turned into a dude. That's definitely not the same person. See,
Look at
Michael
her.
and Susan Dale donated billions for Trump for children in America, but that's not his wife. I don't think that's his wife. I think that's his homeboy, Carl.
Carl.
There's no way that's the same person. But
Oh, man. It doesn't look like the same person. The chin length is not the same. This does look like a man. The boobs are way up high and clearly implants. You can see the implant under her skin. And wow. Interesting. It might be. The eyebrows are the same. The eye set is the same. The nose is the same. It's just the chin length, but she could have had plastic surgery. Oh, yeah.
the surgeon don't do that to you. They don't change your face that much. You can see it in the eyes. She look like a robot from Chuck E. Cheese now. That's definitely not his wife. He murdered his wife. Like, that is a sleeper cell. That's a zombie. That is his homeboy Carl from college.
Carl.
MAGA plastic surgery.
Oh, Matt Gaetz. What a weird looking guy, too, man. They thought this guy was a creep, too. He didn't. I know when I met him, he didn't give me those vibes. He didn't. But that's just me. That's just me. All right. What is queering the map?
Can you tell me what is queering the map?
So I think we were trying to make the maps more gay.
Literally? That's,
well,
how do you
don't
make a map
know.
more gay?
I mean, especially
Or
with
gay
AI,
at all.
since the age of cartography, we've had pretty good maps, but maybe they weren't gay enough. So I know also, I took critical theory in college. I think sometimes people use queer as a verb. I do understand that the maps that we were trying to make gay were, I think, of Czechia and Slovakia. So maybe those countries asked for it. I doubt it, but I don't know.
We do have real things to work on in
This is
Congress,
so
like
real.
what's going
Fox
on
News
with
reported
the
on
imminent
this.
threat of Iran, and it is embarrassing that we have to talk about the fact that things like this were funded. Can you tell me what is queering the map?
So I think we were trying to make the maps more gay.
More gay.
Literally?
She
Well,
says it so serious. Everything is fake and gay, friends. Everything is fake and gay. I know. I saw that Matt Gaetz has his own show. I've just never sat down to watch it because I don't think I could listen to him talk. I just don't. I don't think I could. I really don't. What in the hell, though? Like, I can't believe the way she's saying this so seriously. To the point where I thought this was fake. All right. Say hello to the Chinese fans.
Say hello to the Chinese fan right here.
Hey, yo, much love, man. Shout out to all my Chinese fans, man. Y'all know what time it is. We in the building. BTS, man. Mic drop. We about to drop it real soon. Shout out Steve O'Key. Y'all know what time it is. We out here. We making the moves, man. Across the world. Y'all know how we rock it.
Say hello to the Chinese fan right here.
The Asian girl
yo,
behind
much
him.
love, man. Shout out to all my Chinese fans, man. Y'all know what time it is. We in the building. BTS, man. Mic drop. We about to drop it real soon. Shout out Steve O'Key. Y'all know what time it is. We out here. We making the moves.
She doesn't speak English or something. She probably thinks he's rapping, so she's dancing. Steve Aoki, that's Japanese. Aoki is Japanese. He's not even Chinese. He said shout out to Steve Aoki.
Man, across the world. Y'all know how we rock it.
Say hello
Look,
to the
she was vicariously living through him. She was like, yeah. Like, she probably gonna go snag herself a black man. She seemed like she was totally enamored. She was being his sign language interpreter. You know? She was being his Flava Flav in the background. She was hyping him up. All right. And of course, to end the show out, we have to, you know, remind you how Erica Kirk's behavior is getting weirder and weirder.
So whether you like it or not, more and more people are growing suspicious of Erica Kirk. Here's how Andy Frisella says it.
It's my opinion, okay, that her and that dude were involved in this whole thing with Charlie Kirk getting murdered.
I agree.
We'll hear more of Andy's opinion.
I agree.
And what's an absolute fact is Erica Kirk has displayed repetitive patterns in the past of fame and attention-seeking behavior. And now she is in a major position of fame and power. I'll show you what I mean. Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my freedom-loving friend. This is where we help spread the light of truth and freedom because truth conquers. Now, in the search, and genuinely so, all praise and honoring of Charlie Kirk, 100%. That needs to be restated. Seems like as a society, we kind of forgot that. That's the most important part. And what we won't stand for, however, is, well, you know, Erica Kirk, she's a grieving widow, so you can't ask questions that deserve to be asked.
Bullshit.
No,
Second you say I can't, I'm gonna.
Don't play that game in my household where we can't talk about things because someone's feelings might get hurt. Because the truth is, sometimes people will play that card in order to hide things. We do truth seeking in my household. Now, there's been some stuff come out about Erica Kirk, just blatantly factual stuff. An Amazing Race audition tape. I'll walk you through a few things. In this video, I'm not even going to touch like outrageous, unsubstantiated claims that some are putting out about Erica Kirk. Some of those might be true, some might be false. Maybe they're all false. I don't know. We're not even going to touch those. But one thing we can say for sure, if you got any common sense, about Erica Kirk is she's weird. Really weird behavior for a grieving widow, in the sense of walking out to pyrotechnics, starting speaking tours within days, if not a week, after her husband's death. photos like this, you just kind of like, this is weird. This isn't to say, hey, if a significant loved one of yours dies, you're not allowed to smile for a year. It's not to say that. But it is to say this is a person who puts herself in front of cameras regularly, and normal behavior would be, I am a grieving widow, so I'll kind of do mostly that. Rather than like, hey, here's this camera, and wouldn't it be cooler if I'm just doing a big thumbs up and smile with fireworks going off behind me in a video playing? That's weird. A mother with a couple young children, a deceased husband. If I was that mother, and I'm not, but this is my reference point. If I was, I would want to do nothing but be with my children.
No, yeah, because that's else. What normal people do.
That camera. Piss
Luna
off.
Lopez for president.
Running a company.
We shall see.
So whether you like it,
we shall see. Okay, and on that note, I have to bring you a message from some friends. From some friends. I gotta refresh my screen. Rumble, I'm gonna put in a word here. I'm just gonna really need y'all to get it together with your platform. It's just doing some things. Okay. Still haven't tried 1775 coffee? Well, now's your shot. The 1775 starter kit just dropped, only 1,000 units. You're getting the bold dark roast that hits hard, the smooth medium roast, and the vitality mushroom coffee for clean energy and laser focus, no crash. All single origin, small batch, toxin-free, and mold-free. Plus, you're also getting a gold spoon clip because Freedom isn't scooped with plastic. A frother strong enough to stir up your coffee and your mother-in-law's opinions, and a black 1775 tumbler. It's $170 worth of coffee and gear, yours for $99. This is for the ones who've been watching 1775 blow up on Rumble, wondering if it's actually worth it. Spoiler, it is. Go to 1775coffee.com/studio and grab your starter kit before they're gone. Bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something just like Rumble does. All right. So let me look at the comments before I get off of here. Jack, I don't know if you got cut off. That's so weird. Still laughing about Crispy saying Luna Lopez for president 2028. I do not even know if I would want to be president anymore, because this is the craziest thing. Our government doesn't seem to be a real one. It seems like when you become president, you get taken back to a room and sat down and told, okay, you're just the face, but BB is actually the president of the United States. It's a big secret, but this is the way it works. And we don't want anyone to know because we need to keep up appearances. But I really feel like that's exactly what's going on, to be honest. Everything is fake and gay. Yes, everything's fake and gay. But if I could, I would. But right now, I'm just praying that God straightens all this out, and removes all the pain and suffering that exists in this world right now, because there is sure a lot of it. And every time we think we get to a point where we have some peace, somebody goes and stirs up some shit. And we know who that usually is. And we don't like it. So let's find a show to send you guys off to. I don't know who would be live right now in Rumble World, because it's late as shit and I got on super late. But I think Nick Fuentes is on. He's quite the character. I wonder what Nick Fuentes is saying in Nick Fuentes land. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll send y'all over there. You guys want to see what the fuck is going on with Nick Fuentes, because there really isn't a lot of people on right now. So, because it is late. It definitely is late. Let's see. View all. It's a bunch of networks that are like rerunning, just rerunning stuff because, it's late. Let's see. Is this guy live right now? Joe Hernandez. I don't know who this person is, but he has like 94,000 followers. And he's reviewing some of the same stuff. Let's send you over to this guy. Let's show him some love instead of Nick Fuentes, because Nick doesn't. I don't know. What do you guys want? You guys want Nick, or do you want somebody else? Let's see. Oh, there's Elvis commenting. I don't know. I feel like Nick Fuentes would be much more riveting because he's a wild one. He's a wild one. Let's rate him. Let's just see what happens. All right. Well, with that, I bid you guys adieu. I love you all very much. Good to see you.